Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the midst of Brocktober, as dubbed by the Sportsnet commentator crew, John Shorthouse, and, of course, Dave Tomlinson doing their thing in today's broadcast, as the Vancouver Canucks go out there and defeat the Florida Panthers 5-3. This is the first time in ages that the Vancouver Canucks have actually beat Florida, and it comes in a really exciting game. This one was fast-paced. Honestly, there were so few stoppages in play that I feel like this game just kind of blitzed by. Even as I'm recording this audio, there are still a bunch of other 4 p.m. PST starting games that are still on right now, some of which are in overtime, like this Toronto-Tampa game. And then there's a bunch that are still in the third period. This Canucks and Panthers game was a really quick one, but it was one with a very good result for Vancouver, as they finally step out of their losing ways and win in regulation once again. You had Casey DeSmith versus Sergei Bobrovsky in net, giving Thatcher Demko a little bit of a break, which is good. You like to see the Canucks giving their goaltenders a little bit more time to rest up. And it was honestly alright, because Casey DeSmith looked superb in this one. Other than the odd Sam Reinhart shot that was a little bit ill-placed, and then the rebounds out in front too, Casey DeSmith, for the most part, was very good in this game. Sergei Bobrovsky, on the other hand, I'm going to be honest, the guy looked pretty shaky the entire game. From the first opening draw right until the very end, he was looking pretty shaky. He wasn't really carrying and handling the puck well. He made a few ill decisions, and a lot of the saves that he made with the glove just kind of had the puck bounce off of his glove and roll around everywhere. It was a really weird game for Sergei Bobrovsky. At the end of the day, though, the Vancouver Canucks are able to capitalize on that and win this game 5-3, with the first goal of the game coming off of a brilliant play on the man advantage. The Canucks at this point, halfway through the first, had already killed off a penalty themselves. JT Miller had the first penalty of the game about 30 seconds into the entire contest, but once the Canucks had themselves their power play opportunity about 9 minutes later, you saw this first power play unit absolutely go to town. Miller, Pettersson, Hughes, Kuzmenko, Boeser, all just cycling it around and doing really great things. Eventually, it's a Hughes shot that goes in right from the point. It's assisted by Pettersson and Miller, and Elias Pettersson was the screen in front. Sergei Bobrovsky thought there was goalie interference because Pettersson was so close to the crease there, but nah. Video review, none of that. It is just a straight up goal. Quinn Hughes gets his first of the season. Great for my fantasy team because I've got him, Petey, and Miller all on my squad. But 20 seconds after it becomes 1-0, Aleksander Barkov, whom I also have on my team, ends up scoring to make it 1-1. He dangles around Casey DeSmith as Tyler Myers loses his man on the point. Easy to blame Myers on that one, but as Daniel Wagner pointed out on Twitter, the 3 Canucks forwards were also really deep back into the play, so there was no real back check on that one. That was good, and eventually it's Barkov who's able to walk right in on the Smith and dangle the pants off of the guy. 1-1 game, and the period ends off at that. There was a chance for Ilya Mikheyev to make this 2-1, as there was a really great on-the-rush chance with the Kuzmenko, Pettersson, and Mikheyev line. Yeah, by the way, Mikheyev is back. We hadn't mentioned that yet. Pettersson went over to Kuzmenko, and Kuzmenko had a brilliant feed right across for the cross crease. The pass goes to Mikheyev, but he fans on it. It doesn't go through, and the period ends off 1-1. Now, in the second, this is sort of where you're starting to see Quinn Hughes get on the board more, not just in terms of the points, but in terms of the shots. The guy was a shooting machine in this game, alongside of fellow former Canucks top defenseman Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who was on the opposite side doing his thing. We got a video coming out about OEL later next week. I wanted to talk about him and his stint in Florida. But Quinn, OEL, these guys are both battling it out in shots. That same OEL actually goes to the box. He gets a penalty, and on the power play, the Vancouver Canucks are able to capitalize with another defenseman walking in and firing it on goal. It's Carson Soucy, who is able to recover the puck at the blue line. Panthers are trying to get it out, they can't, so Soucy picks it up and walks right down the middle and just fires it high blocker on Sergei Bobrovsky. Beautiful goal. The Canucks are 2 for 2 on the power play. It's a 2-1 game, and just a few minutes after that, it becomes 3-1 as Andrei Kuzmenko takes the puck down low. He tries to go back and forth behind the net. He fakes a little reverse move there, and he spins around before sending it over to Elias Pettersson at the hash marks. Beautiful shot. He takes it. It goes in. It's 3-1 at this point. Pettersson goal scored, assisted by Kuzmenko and Michkov, who gets the assist for dumping the puck behind the net in the first place. With this, Pettersson is at 2 points in the game, an assist and a goal, and it puts him at first overall in the NHL in points, tied with Jack Hughes. They've each got 10. The period ends off with Carson Soucy going to the box. He trips Mahura, and the penalty is killed off. Great penalty killing, honestly, by Tyler Myers to really put himself in the right areas and dump the puck out properly this time, not with the guys in front like Nick Paul like he did in the Tampa game 2 nights ago. But in the third period, things get a little bit dicey because the Florida Panthers get off to a pretty hot start. It's Sam Reinhart who scores after a really long shift made by the Panthers in the offensive zone. It's Evan Rodrigues who circles around the Canucks zone with control for quite a while. He tosses it on net from a long distance, and the rebound pops out for Reinhart, who is there on the doorstep and brings the Panthers within 1. Big rebound there. Casey DeSmith definitely doesn't like that. The shot came right back out to Reinhart, which is why he was able to put it in so easily. The Canucks get another power play opportunity afterwards, but they're not able to convert, as both Kuzmenko and Boeser fan on some really good opportunities. But eventually from here, the chances just keep on riling themselves up. The Panthers are building up pressure. Casey DeSmith is forced to make some great saves. Kuzmenko and Michkov have a 2-on-0, wherein Michkov is not able to bury it. He puts it wide after the pass comes across to him. But then it's Sam Reinhart, who scores once more to tie the game up at 3. Beautiful pass by Evan Rodrigues down low, and Reinhart is able to put it in 5-hole. It's almost a similar goal to the Elias Pettersson one, assisted by Kuzmenko, as Rodrigues is down below the goal line and is able to put the puck back out to the near side hash marks. But as soon as it becomes 3-3, you start to feel the Canucks' intensity ramp itself up, and eventually it's JT Miller who chips the puck in down low. Phil DiGiuseppe goes behind the net and battles it out against 2-3 other Panthers before giving the Canucks enough time to get their change out, and it's Andrei Kuzmenko who is first in front. Phil DiGiuseppe throws it out for Kuzi, who walks right in. Bobrovsky goes down. Kuzmenko outweights Bobrovsky and then goes to the side to put the puck in the open net. 5 minutes to go here in the third period, and it's 4-3 Vancouver. Kuzmenko with his second goal of the season, second point of the game, and it's assisted by DiGiuseppe and Miller. So great for me. My fantasy team's got Miller and Kuzmenko on it too. So yeah, take that, John from Hot Take Hockey. The Canucks then seal the deal with Brock Boeser. He gets himself his 6th goal on the season on the empty net, an unassisted one too. He just kind of takes the puck near the Canucks net and goes right down the gut into the middle of the net there on the opposite side of the rink, and 5-3 is your final score. Vancouver walks away out of Florida with a win and a loss, so there you go. They split the series here. Casey DeSmith was pretty good himself, 34 saves on 36 shots against, so a 9.44 save percentage. Meanwhile, Bobrovsky on the other end had 26 saves on 30 shots against, so an 8.67 save percentage. And I mean, look, there were some pretty good opportunities and moments from this Florida team, but Casey DeSmith was able to stop him out. Pretty good showcase out of him. Vancouver takes this one 5-3. They are back within their winning ways. Pettersson is near the top of the NHL in points. And if you go to goals, let's take a look at that. Let's go to the NHL and their goal leaders right here. Brock Boeser is tied for first in the NHL in goals with Austin Matthews. Actually, no, the Leafs played today. What happened in that game? Let's go ahead and see. Did Matthews score a goal? No, it looks like he did not. So yeah, Boeser is tied with Matthews for first in goals. Great. Brocktober, baby. Let's go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Canucks beating the Florida Panthers 5-3. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.